Okay, let's bring in Liu. Good evening. Good day. Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Hello. Hello. Where are you from, ma'am?
Good evening, Professor. Yeah, I am from Shanghai and I have a question for you. Uh,
Yeah.
so I have really, I have been really keen to know this and I have tried to get your attention to this topic. I want to ask you why India and China have differences when we never had them historically before Indian independence. India and China share a lot of cultural similarities. We have both coexisted as center of powers for a long time during ancient times, and without any animosity, I have personally visited Sanxingdui area, which shows how advanced Chinese civilization was once upon a time.
Yeah, very good question, and I'm glad you bring this up. So, if you look at the history of China, it's at least 3,500 years old, right? As you must be very much aware. And India and China, we have had cultural trade, etc., relations for around 2,000 years. For around 2,000 years, I think I'm going to mute you because it's going. Yeah, okay. So we have had this relationship for a very long time. We have never ever been enemies. We have always been friends, very friendly relations. You had Chinese uh, travelers coming to India, Indian travelers going to China. It's always been that way. What's happened in the last 60 years or so is after the Chinese annexation of Tibet, which happened in the early 1950s, India and China for the first time had a common boundary, a common border, and that border was not demarcated. It's never been demarcated. So that is essentially the root of all the problems, the long undemarcated boundary, and for some reason it's never been agreed upon. So the two countries keep having all these multiple rounds of talks about the boundary issue, but it's never moving forward, it's never been settled. And that essentially is the root cause of the problem that we see today, the India and China, or India and Tibet border, which is undemarcated. So we have differing claims, and then the soldiers keep going on and tussling and having all these little clashes, and that just keeps the tensions rising. So that is the root cause of the issues that we are seeing today. But for the longest part of history, India and China have never ever been rivals. So that's what I can offer you. Right, makes sense.
Okay, so what's the solution according to you?
The solution is to demarcate the boundary and become yeah, the boundary problem is the only problem. If the boundary can be demarcated per both the sides, according to both sides satisfaction, then the problem goes away. So that's the solution. Both countries need to work on that. All right.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you. Bye.